The checkering on the back is awesome. Now this is a part where I wish they would have checkered this. If they would have put this checkering on the front, that would have been a big win. Alright, so I'm back with the red fiber optic. I'm going to re-zero this. See if I can shoot long range after I re-zero it. Think I fixed the mag problems, which were the mag springs. Just gonna go for that second target. Made some adjustments. I think it's right on, but we will see how it goes. Alright, so I'm currently at, the camera's at 60 yards. I'm going to walk up to about 30, 40, see if I can see where it's hitting, walk back here, and then we'll take it even further. As you know, last time I didn't have that much success, but I changed out the fiber and I adjusted the sights. So let's see how this goes. Alright, so I figured out why I couldn't hit with it the other day. It wasn't the gun. Oh, it wasn't me or the gun technically. It was the sights. I have to aim a little bit to the right. As you saw, I hit the left target, which wasn't intended. So then I had to, hold right to hit the one that I wanted. So maybe I readjust the sights. That was from about 70. We are gonna back up to 80, which is right around here. I think I'll have to step it off. I think this is 80. It might be 100. I'm not sure. I lose track of these things because they don't really matter anyways. This is all for fun. Wrong target. Right target. It's a good one. Well, let's go back. All right, we're well over 100 plus. I'm going for the leftmost swinging target, hanging target, because I'm not trying to put holes in anything else. So I don't know if you can see it, but we're gonna try to hit it. And I have 5 more rounds to do it. It's locking open now. And I don't think I hit it from here, but it was hard to see. So, but it is accurate. So I think when I was at 100, plus 150, I think I did hit this plate a couple of times trying to hit that one. So maybe I do have to readjust the rear sight a little bit. Anyways, the mags locked the slide back now in the last round. Very sweet shooter. It doesn't have the recoil impulse of the CZ that I like. I like my CZ more, but this one is not bad. Pretty accurate, can shoot it fast, trigger's nice. I will say the trigger, comparing it to my CZ, I haven't tested it yet. This trigger is a little bit heavier than what I'm used to and what I think they advertise. So that might be in the 5-pound range, but my CZ's trigger is night and day. Like, this is a nice trigger, but my CZ's trigger is about 5 times better. Even this one being the straight back 1911 trigger. So I'm not really picky about my triggers. It's just, if you're going to advertise a 4.5-pound trigger, you might want to make it a 4.5-pound trigger. Like I said, I don't know if that is or not, but it just doesn't feel even close to my CZs or even some of my Glocks, to be honest with you. It feels much heavier. So I'll take it home and get it on the trigger gauge for you guys. So I wanted to show you guys the trigger pull on this, what the weight is versus a couple other common handguns. This is marketed to be basically a competition 2011. So let's see what the weight of the trigger pull is. That's 7 pounds, 4 ounces. And I'll do it a couple times. £7. Now, it doesn't feel 7 pounds, but it feels a good 5. That's probably because of the straight back trigger pull. The thing is, Rock Island advertises like a 4 to 6 pound trigger pull, I believe. And I think something like this should be, 4.5 at the most. Just because, it's a heavy 2011 and it's more geared towards competition. Like, yeah, you're not going to carry this for everyday carry. I mean, I'm sure someone does because people are crazy, but getting on. This is a polymer 80 kit, but this is a stock. I think it's a stock Glock trigger in here. Everything is factory. Might have a ghost connector on it if it came with it. I don't recall putting one on here. Oh, shoot. £4. $4.7. Not bad. That's for the polymer 80. Glock 34. This is the CZ. This does have some work done in it. Short reset trigger. A high 2, somewhere around a 3. Now, if you go to double action, this one is a little bit different, but it's still not bad. it feels a lot lighter than that 2011. Even in double action. And then just another common one. Just the P10C. This trigger is not bad either. Matter of fact, I don't think I have a gun that has a heavier trigger pull than this. This is a Glock or a Polymer 80, but this does have the factory Glock trigger in it with a ghost connector. I know this one has the ghost connector. So that's 4 pounds. Just a little Ruger 22. And you know they don't make these triggers the best. 5 pounds. I mean, I can keep going. I can keep pulling guns out of the safe. And we can test them. This is my very first gun ever. There's nothing done to this. This was my carry gun. It's an XD 40. And I stippled it because it needs the grip, believe me. And I can bet you this one probably has a better trigger than that. I mean, I don't think I own a gun that has a heavier trigger than this. That should not be the case. I want to test that toker off. It should not be worse than the toker off. And it's not. Finally, we have one that has a worse trigger than this. And when I mean worse trigger, it's not a bad trigger. Yeah, so that one's about 5.5, 6. Like I said, I wanted to love this gun, but when you compare it to something that I do like, actually love, you start to see like the shortcomings of it. That's not to say that this isn't a very nice gun to shoot. This gun is a very shootable gun, and it feels really good. Like, you like shooting this gun. But that's the same with this. I like shooting this gun too. But I've always wanted to test it out. So I finally got to test it out. I am probably going to keep this one just because it looks sweet. And eventually I will probably shoot the 22 TCM on it. So everybody already knows how to take down a 1911. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it down. What is really nice about this gun is everything is smooth, and that is pretty awesome. So we take it apart. Here's what we have inside. Looks pretty standard. It does have a barrel bushing. I like that. I think that guns with barrel bushings are just made more accurately than bull barrels. That's my opinion. Could be false, probably is, but I like to see that and see in here. So there it is. I'm going to shoot it a lot more. I have fun with it. It's not as good as the CZ, in my opinion, but, you know, somebody might like this one better because the CZ's grip is very thin. At the end of the day, I don't think you can go wrong for the price.